Hello, my friends. Megabyte here. Welcome to Mustang Monday. We're at Virginia International Raceway. It's a early morning race out in the Mustangs playing in Virginia. We got a 1.9K strength of field with 19 cars in here ready to take the grid. Kevin Parrish pulls out a wicked qualifying lap of a 203.9. We're in P2 with a 204.3. Can we stay with Kevin Parrish? Can we finally overtake him this week? Stay tuned. Find out. Let's grid up. See how it goes. All right, we're getting ready to take the green flag here. We got the usual scoundrels here at the front. Parrish on the pole. Me in second place. We got Malone in third and Pedro back and fourth.
Go green, stay focused. Both cars off. There's an incident behind.
I can't believe I just missed my shift.
Keep roads open. All right. Still there. Go on the left. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
I can't believe I missed the shift off the start. Unbelievable. Oops. All right, we got time. Calm down.
Damn, I'm getting...
Will Pedro get a penalty? That's weird.
Right side, clear. Right side. Still there. Clear.
All right, we got to get around Dave Moore before Malone and Parrish disappear. They already pretty much have. Ah, come on. Well, not a very good race so far. We got 11 and a half minutes of perfect driving got to be done right now. David's showing some decent pace here, but gosh, I just can't get it to turn in for that one right now. Oh, we're dead.
Right side, clear. Car right.
Okay, go around me, dude!
Car right, too wide.
Come on, let's get a push you, Taylor. I need it faster.
Still there. Keep to the left.
Yeah, I just can't get anything together right now, but thanks.
You got damage?
Just in my head, I guess.
Car right. Clear.
Did you hit the grass or something? Or look like it?
Just ran out of talent, I think.
The car in P2. Just set the fastest lap. 3.969.
Well, this sucks. I was really looking forward to this race again. Every time I really look forward to a race, those are the ones I screw up the worst.
Go ahead, Matt. This is all yours. I'm not showing faster, man.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 1.6 seconds.
Well, we're gonna get up to a top 5, maybe. I don't know. P5's pretty far up there.
Lap of the session. Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Thank you.
Car in P14. Just set the fastest lap. 3.893.
Did Pedro get a black flag or something?
Yeah, I think you got it at the race start.
Wendy acquired. You went and got Wendy's?
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 1.3 seconds.
What'd you get? Dang, bro. Forgot to ask what I wanted. That's cool. Would have been a heck of a trip anyway. I'm late again. Come on, we gotta catch back up to P5.
No damage. Car looks clean.
I qualied P2. Screwed it all up in the first 2 laps. Missed my shift off the start. Which I believe is also what got Pedro a black flag. Because I was basically out of position at the start.
6.313.
Are you broken yet?
A little bit. I'm alright.
My ego's fractured.
All yours, Taylor.
Keep to the left.
Thanks, Chad.
Clear on the right.
Looks like Malone sustained some damage here.
I feel like it runs up playing the damage you have.
White flag, white flag.
Yeah, my little squirrely.
You've got the fastest lap. You're in fifth.
You missed the. I mean, it's pretty long laps, so 15 minutes goes by pretty quick.
What happened there, Chris?
Left side. Keep to the right. Clear on the left.
What a move!
Left
He's
side.
gonna try it back.
Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear.
Is he okay? What happened? Maddie, did I leave you enough room? I'm sorry, man.
I'm not sure. I probably squeezed a bit.
Matt, I expect you to take a drive-through penalty for giving me false hope, but I was going to get one more stop.
We got back to P3.
All
What a
right,
miraculous
take a
result.
flag.
Almost.
Great job.
And I believe we got the fastest lap, too. Yeah, we did.
I hit the grass on the inside. He couldn't get it stopped.
All right, back at the start of this one, watch me miss my shift into third gear, and then Pedro passes me before the green flag actually comes out. So that results in him getting the black flag, but it also results in me getting bounced back to 5th place right off the bat. And then in my desperation to try to get back around David Moore, who ran a heck of a race himself, finishing P2 this week, in my desperation of trying to get around him, I was just pushing too hard and made a silly mistake. I'm pretty sure I must have just touched the grass or something. I don't know. We're going to have to look at what exactly happened here, because I just totally lost control going into into Oak Tree. Car just jumped sideways on me. We're going to do a little PCC at this same track next, so make sure you stay tuned for that.
On me, Taylor. I banked off the curb.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna look at it, man. I thought I gave you enough space, but when I was, all of a sudden you were off the track, and I was like, shoot, did I crowd him off of there?
No, you left me plenty of space. I just didn't take. I took a sort of bad angle into the corner and came off the curb. So I got the contact, all good.
Yeah, thankfully we both didn't go to the wall.
Yeah, thankfully.
So, an event-filled race, but not the kind of events I was really hoping for. I was really hoping to be up there slugging it out with Parrish and Malone, and I probably would have taken the win on this one if I'd been able to keep my poop in a group, because it sounds like Malone and Parrish got into it. We're going to take a look at that incident as well, because Malone ended up with heavy damage on his car, and after that, I mean, David Moore, who normally doesn't have the kind of pace to stay with the leaders, although in this race, man, he was doing the 204s pretty consistently, running some good pace, but he was right there on Kevin's bumper at the end of the race. So chances are, if I'd been able to keep my nose clean, I would have been right there fighting for the first position at the end. But as it was, I just felt like I was getting too slowed up here by David Moore, and Malone and Parrish were going to run away with it. So let's skip ahead. I believe it's on this lap here, as we're coming through the S's here. Just really trying to find a way around David Moore, and I don't know, his line was throwing me off through here or what, but I kept missing my turn in for this corner and getting wide. And I don't know if it was still grass on my tires from that or what, but oh no, it wasn't this lap. It must be next lap. So let's take a look next lap. Still behind David Moore. Catching back up, catching back up. Coming down. This time I get a good run through this section, I believe. Nope, I still miss it a little bit, but not quite as bad. But then yep, I must have just caught grass out there. Let's take a look. Because the car just jumped out on me. Yep, I touched the grass under the turn-in braking right there. And that just sent the car completely sideways. Thankfully, we were able to slow down and miss that tire barrier on the outside. But, yeah, would have been sweet if we'd been able to keep some speed. And then I couldn't get the car back in gear. And Freddie's trying to push me, but I'm like, no, quit running into me. Because Freddie was just like, I know this guy's way faster than me. Let's get him going again. And meanwhile, I don't have the car under power, so it wasn't doing any good. But okay, let's skip ahead here because shortly after this, I believe, is when we heard. Because I just get around him and I spend a little bit of time chasing down. So let's see if we can spot. Hey, Matt, what lap was your incident on?
The end of lap 6.
Okay. So let's go to lap 6. At this point, am I... Yeah, I passed this car. I'm pretty sure he just let me go into turn 1, so that's nothing to look at. So let's look. End of lap 6. Parrish going defensive into turn 1. Malone trying the inside, but there's not enough room. Breathing down his neck. Parrish doing a good job defending here. So this is the lap in question, lap 6. Malone's going to get a heck of a draft down the straight. Going to pull out for the pass, of course. Very nice. This corner is just so treacherous to try to do an overtake in. Oh! Paris just got it all wrong under braking right here. It's too wide. Slides it out, touches the grass, goes straight. Gives Malone a little nudge. Right there, if I had been right with these guys, I would have been like, see ya. I would have checked out and been the race winner. Dang it, man. Those early mistakes cost me so much on this one. And now Malone's car's all messed up. So I think Parrish kind of just throws in the towel a little bit here because he feels bad after making that mistake and causing damage to his car. At this point, I believe we put in the fastest lap of the race and catch Chad McNeese. Because I believe this was my fastest lap. Yeah, lap 7. 2:03.85. That's cooking. Just riding the throttle all the way through there with a little bit of slip angle. We closed this gap up to Chad McNeese like that. He must have been just like, oh my gosh. And then we got to look at the move on the final lap where Malone ducks out of the way because the damage on his car is basically not letting him go through this high-speed section properly at all. I coasted through Oak Tree there, and even getting a little bit checked up through Oak Tree at that point by Chad, but I knew with the draft I'd get him here pretty much on the straight pretty easily. Plus, I had heard him earlier let Matty Gwill by, so I figured he's more than likely gonna let me by as well, which he does. And then even being a little bit offline into this corner and missing the apex a little bit there. This is still the fastest lap of the race. That's amazing. This is really my lap 7? Yeah, wow. Just think what that lap would have been. I mean, granted, there was the draft of Chad there coming out of Oak Tree at first. All right, so here's the overtake on the final lap. Malone's really struggling at this point. Got wheel damage on the right front, costing him big time. And got to skip ahead here and get to the overtake. Yeah, Malone basically gets so loose through here, he just bails out. Gives up the position. And then since Matty Gwill's compromised by that, I pounce on my chance. And I didn't want to do any goofiness by like swerving down the straight or anything like that. I just wanted to race him clean into the final section here. I'm able to give him enough room. He bounces off the curb, gives a little door check, but fortunately, we didn't get any iRacing goofiness that flung me into the wall at maximum speed on the right side. It just did what it should do, which is bounce his car a little bit offline, and he went a little wide. And both of us finished the race. Me back up to P3 after qualifying P2 in this one. Let's look at the results. All right, here's our results for this one. 46 I rating gained, 0.07 safety rating lost. We did bring it back to P3 after qualifying P2. Apologies to Pedro that it was his black flag was definitely my fault for missing my shift off the start. Great race out of David Moore this week. Big props to him, man, bringing it home P2. And really wish those early mistakes hadn't happened. I might have taken home the win this week. It should have been the time. But maybe next week. Tune in, find out. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Do all the cool stuff. We'll see you next time.